Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Iron Coaching Court inside Royal Broen Pavilion on the campus of Seattle Pacific University. I'm Greg Sexton, and I am looking forward to bringing you this one tonight between the Seattle Pacific University Falcons and the Sea Lions of Point Loma Nazarene University in San Diego, California, as the Falcons and the Sea Lions both picked to win their conferences this year. Both were previously ranked and have dropped out of the rankings as they have both struggled just a bit, starting their respective seasons both at 3-3. So very similar teams as they come into tonight's game. And Point Loma just lost last night up in Bellingham to Western Washington, who is picked to finish third in the GNAC. And SPU going to be playing their third consecutive Pac West opponent as they last week took down a couple of Pac West opponents. So they are 2-0 against the Pac West. Point Loma 0-1 against the GNAC. But you can throw those records out the window as these teams getting ready to go at it tonight here from Iron Coaching Court. Grant Leap is the coach of the Falcons, and he is in his 6th year. And as I mentioned, the Falcons picked to win the GNAC. Devontae Moffitt, the preseason GNAC Player of the Year. Point Loma also has the preseason Pac West Player of the Year in Caden Anderson, but he has not played yet this year, so they hopefully will get him back. And we are ready to tip it up here, and the Sea Lions win the tip. Miles Franklin at the controls as he moves over to his left, gets it out on top for a three, and it's in by Hugh Baxter, who has really produced well for the Sea Lions in the early going in this season. And here's Moffitt the other way for the Falcons. Their first possession, 3-0 Sea Lions, and here's a three on the way. And that one is off the mark from Kelton Samore. It's the Sea Lions the other way. Into the lane, and good for Miles Franklin, and a quick 5-0 lead for the Sea Lions in the first 40 seconds. Devontae Moffitt brings it across midcourt. Zach Paulson gets to it. Here's Harry Cavill. And he's going to get it back out to Moffitt on top. Moffitt will get it to Shaw Anderson for a three off the back rim. No good. Rebound coming down to the Sea Lions. And Franklin gets into the lane, kicks it back out to Ben Okoton, and he can't get that three to go. Falcons the other way, trailing 5-0. And this is going to be some more with the turnaround hook shot in the lane from about 6 feet out. Easy bucket for Kelton Samore, and the Falcons are on the board, 5-2. Sea Lions the other way with it. This is Brock McKenzie, one of 3 Eastside Catholic graduates in this game tonight, or on the rosters, I should say. We'll see if they all get in the game, as this one is off the mark, and Moffitt with the easy rebound coming the other way with it. Moffitt drives, gets a little bit of contact, and puts it in off the glass. No whistle there, but Moffitt with 2, and it is 5-4. Falcons back within a point after the initial 5 spot by the Sea Lions, and there's another 3 from Hugh Baxter. And Hugh Baxter so far this year, their leading scorer at 13.8 points per game. And he's a transfer from the University of San Diego, originally from Melbourne, Australia. Actually, I believe it was University of California, San Diego, as this one taken to the bucket and laid in by Miles Franklin. No resistance offered by the Falcons there. 10-4. The Sea Lions in front by 6 now. Cavill hands off to Paulson. And now Moffitt with it. Paulson, a 3 on the way. He's knocked down. And give him the bucket, and send him to the free throw line. And the foul is called on Luke Hopt, and he is coming up limping, grimacing, and commits the foul, though, as I believe he just kind of hit knees or something with Paulson. Paulson knocks down the three. He's no worse for wear. And he's at the free throw line with 16:59 to go here in the first half, and he completes the 4-point play. 10-8. Falcons back within 2. Miles Franklin, the senior out of Brea, California, with the ball. Gets it to Brock McKenzie, one of the Eastside Catholic graduates, all from Sammamish. And this one's going to be a turnover, or is it? They're going to keep it with the Sea Lions, but saw the Falcons bench applauding the defensive effort. Franklin with it. Out on top. Probes, kicks it out, and saved by Luke Hopt, who seems all right now. That's going to be an offensive foul, though. They are going to say he pushed off. And the Falcons catch a break there as they will take it out. Chance to tie or take the lead. Devontae Moffitt will bring it across midcourt. Moffitt, a senior guard out of Spanaway, Washington. I was there earlier today watching a high school football game. This is Kelton Samore. Double teamed in the post. Gets it out to Moffitt. Moffitt drives. Goes to his left. And now kicks out to Cavill. Cavill looking for somewhere to go. Turnaround jumper. And that one off the mark. But Kelton Samore with the offensive rebound. Puts it up, puts it in. Samore fought for the offensive rebound there. Put it in. And we are tied at 10. The Falcons on a 6-0 run. And they have tied it up. 10 apiece here with 15:40 to go in the first half. And we're expecting a good matchup here tonight, as this is Miles Franklin, a three from the left corner, and he knocks it in. And the Sea Lions go back up by 3, 13-10. Here's Moffitt across midcourt. Hands off to Paulson. Paulson to Cavill. Shaw Anderson in the corner. They swing it back around. Paulson gets it to Anderson. He's going to walk into a three, and he leaves it short. Right to Paulson, and Paulson will lay it up and in. And that will get the Falcons back to within 1. And I believe Point Loma called a timeout. This will be the media timeout, though, under 16. We're at 14:58 to go. First half, it is 13-12. Sea Lions over the Falcons, and we'll be right back in just a moment. Back to Seattle Pacific University. Greg Sexton with you on the SPU webcast. Sea Lions lead 13-12 as we come back from the timeout for 14:58 remaining first half. And mentioned at the top that Grant Leap is in his 6th year coaching the Falcons. Matt Logie in his 3rd coaching the Sea Lions, who have qualified for the last 3 NCAA tournaments. And 2 of those under Logie. Of course, the 2020 tournament was canceled, and then last year's season abbreviated as well. But this year, looking at a full season, that's the plan at this point. As the Sea Lions with possession, Miles Franklin, and he gets it out to Baxter, and the 3 is off the mark. Rebound to Zach Paulson, and here come the Falcons the other way. So far for the Sea Lions, just 2 players have scored. Franklin was 7, and Baxter was 6. Paulson was 6 for the Falcons, and he gets it to Shaw Anderson. Anderson throws it off of Hugh Baxter, and the Falcons will keep it. Bijan Sidhu on the floor, as is Sharif Khan for the Falcons. Medial Marty out there as well. And the Sea Lions going to get Trey Anderson into the game. No relation to Caden Anderson, the preseason Pac West Player of the Year. A 3 there is off the mark from Anderson. From Shaw Anderson. No relation to either of the Andersons on the Point Loma squad. As all from different places on the West Coast. Here is Franklin, a little too strong on that one. Baxter with the rebound, and he gets it to a cutting Brian Garacki, the player that the 6th man for the Sea Lions. He gets the majority, or gets the most minutes off the bench, I should say, for the Sea Lions so far in the early going. This is their 7th game. But Garacki with 2 there. Here is Shaw Anderson cutting to the bucket. Couldn't get the shot to go, but he will draw the foul, and he'll head to the free throw line. Shaw Anderson, a sophomore from Kelso, Washington. And he was big in his freshman year here at SVU. Last year, as Devontae Moffitt comes back in, last year really was unofficial due to COVID. The Falcons did play 13 games, and they won 10 of them, as Anderson puts in both free throws. And now he'll check out. Moffitt and Cavill back on the floor. Sharif Khan, Medial Marty, and Bijan Sidhu for SPU. This is Ben Okoton with it. And now they get it over on the right wing for a 3. Miles Franklin has lit it up so far here in the first half. 10 points already for Franklin. Here's Khan, a quick 3. He knocks it in. He draws the foul. And the Falcons are going to get another opportunity at a 4-point play. As a few minutes ago, Zach Paulson completed one of those. And now Sharif Khan, a graduate student out of Bellevue, just across the water. He knocks down the free throw. And we're tied at 18. Here's Miles Franklin across midcourt. This is Trey Anderson. And now Garacki cutting to the bucket, lays it up and in. Good move to get into the post there. And there was no resistance at the rim. 20-18 Sea Lions. And we get a whistle. We're going the other way. It'll be Point Loma basketball. This will be Kelton Samore coming back on the floor for the Falcons, checking in for Medial Marty. Samore with a couple of buckets in the first few minutes of the game. And had one where he out-hustled the Sea Lions for an offensive rebound and put it back. Pass in the post, and they're going to get Sidhu with a foul. And this is going to be Brock McKenzie checking back in as well as Kobe Barnes. And Barnes seeing his first action. Freshman out of Fresno, California. McKenzie out of Sammamish, Washington, out of Eastside Catholic High School. And this is going to be a 3 on the way, off the mark. And they're going to whistle that one dead, give it to SPU. I don't believe they called a foul on that. Just a turnover there as the Falcons bring it the other way. This is Kahn. Gets it in the post to Cavill. Cavill goes up with the left hand, leaves it short. Tried to chase it down, but the Sea Lions come away with it. They have a 2-point lead with just over 12 to go, first half. And this one out on top. Trey Anderson driving, kicking it back out. And that's Garacki with a 3. It's off the mark. Rebound to some more. Here's Moffitt. Moffitt drives. Moffitt with the scoop shot up, and he did draw the foul, I believe. We'll see. I don't believe they did call a foul. They just blew it dead because we are at the under 12 timeout. It's 20-18 Point Loma over SPU. We'll be back in just a moment on the SPU webcast. Back to Seattle Pacific University. Greg Sexton with you on the SPU webcast. Point Loma with a 2-point lead coming out of the timeout. 11:42 remaining first half. 20-18. The Sea Lions lead it. And third-year coach Matt Logie coached 8 years at Whitworth in Division III in the Northwest League. Sharif Khan, a quick 3 up and in, nothing but net. And the Falcons take the lead, 21-20. Sharif Khan, a couple of threes, and he's got 7 points. He made a free throw as well on that 4-point play. Baxter with it. Driving on some more. Gets around him and gets it up and in off the glass. And the Sea Lions resume the lead, 22-21. Here's Moffitt. Across midcourt. This is Samore. Getting it to Paulson, cutting through the lane. Nice find by Samore. Nice bucket there by Paulson. And the Falcons retake the lead, 23-22. This is going to be a 3 from the left wing, and it's good. Trey Anderson with the 3. Keep mentioning 3 Eastside Catholic graduates have not seen Isaac Tyson for the Sea Lions yet. He's a freshman. Here is Moffitt driving cross-court pass to Paulson. They work it around to Samore for a 3 from the top of the key, and that comes up with nothing but air as the Sea Lions will retake it with 10:22 on the clock here in the first half. They lead 25-23. The other Eastside Catholic graduate, Sion Blackman, for the Falcons. So 2 on the Sea Lions, 1 on the Falcons, and they're all different years as There's a junior, a sophomore, and a freshman, all Eastside Catholic graduates. As the Falcons pull down the rebound and come the other way, here's Moffitt. Moffitt with the right hand up and in with the floater. Good-looking bucket there for Devontae Moffitt. And we're going to get a foul called on Harry Cavill here. He doesn't like the call. 9:46 to go first half. Here comes Sion Blackman for the Falcons. And the Sea Lions are going to get it underneath the basket. Into Franklin. Miles Franklin gets it back. And now gets it. Baxter gives it back to him again. Franklin drives, kicks. Garacki a three. And it's going the other way as Point Loma called for a travel. I'm up in a booth without the gym audio in my headset, so sometimes I don't hear everything clearly. But they give that one to the Falcons on the traveling call. And the Falcons now a chance to take the lead as Moffitt drives into the lane and puts it in with the right hand. And another good-looking move there by Devontae Moffitt, the GNAC preseason player of the year. Falcons up by 2, 27-25. And Luke Hopt driving. And now Garacki a three from the left corner. Couldn't get it to go. Moffitt the rebound. Here come the Falcons. Some more. Drives. Moves to his left. And couldn't quite get that one to go. It was a good move there, but off the rim. The other way, that one rims in and out from Brock McKenzie. And the Falcons with it. 8:35 to go, first half. And a 27-25 lead for SPU. Moffitt drives. And created a little bit of contact there. Couldn't get the shot to go. Blackman cleans up the rebound. Gets it to Paulson for a three. And he knocks it in from the left wing. Zach Paulson with 11 points to lead the way for the Falcons. He has finished with the team lead in points a couple of times this year. And this one momentarily got away from McKenzie. He gets it back and gets it to Hopt, driving to the bucket. Couldn't get that shot to go. McKenzie had it. Moffitt takes it away. Here's Paulson. Paulson's going to take it all the way to the bucket and lay it in. And the Falcons have a 7-point lead. This is a 9-0 run by SPU. And tripping there is Franklin. And they are going to whistle a foul on SPU. We're going to get to immediate timeout. That foul on Zach Paulson, but he's got 13 points now for the Falcons to lead the way for them. And we are at the 7:38 mark here in the first half. 32-25, the Falcons on a 9-0 run. We'll be right back in just a moment. Back to Seattle Pacific University. Greg Sexton with you on the SPU webcast. Pretty good contingent of fans turning out for this one on the Saturday after Thanksgiving. As I would estimate we probably have close to 200 in the building. well over 100 anyway, and probably over 150, as they are being treated right now to a 7-point lead for the Falcons with 7:38 to go here in the first quarter, or the first half rather. Falcons got off to a 1-3 start. They won their last two, and Point Loma was 3-2. They lost last night to drop to 3-3. But playing pretty well here with the Falcons, as they lost by 7 to the Western Washington Vikings, who were picked to finish third in the GNAC in the preseason poll. That's going to be a travel. Miles Franklin lost his balance and unable to keep from shuffling the feet, and he's going to retie that left shoe. Shaw Anderson will inbound for the Falcons, and Franklin will come out for Hugh Baxter. Moffitt across midcourt for the Falcons on the left side. Hands off to Anderson. Gets it back to Moffitt. Now they move it around the perimeter. Paulson with it. And we get a whistle and a foul called. And that one is on Ben Okoton. That is his first. That is the 5th team foul on the Sea Lions. Falcons have 4. And there's a steal. And this is Brock McKenzie going the other way. Puts it up, couldn't get it to go. Rebound comes down to Paulson. Here come the Falcons. Paulson taking it all the way to the bucket, lays it up and in. And Zach Paulson really having a good first half with 15 points. As Paulson, the sophomore out of University Place, Curtis High School, has the Falcons in front, 34-25. Isaac Tyson on the floor. So all 3 of the Eastside Catholic products have gotten into the game now, as the Sea Lions get back on the board there. 34-27. Moffitt trying to shake and bake there. Hands off to Cavill. And now a 3 from the left corner from Shaw Anderson goes down. And the Falcons take a 10-point lead. Sea Lions held the lead for much of the first half. And this is Garacki, and he gets it momentarily there to Okoton, and now Garacki gets it back. Just over 5.5 to play here in the first half. And a 3 on the way from Garacki to beat the shot clock buzzer, but he couldn't get the shot to go. And Devontae Moffitt with the rebound. Falcons with a 10-point lead. Moffitt walks into a 3, and it's off the back rim, no good. And the rebound comes down to Isaac Tyson, who was boxing out Moffitt. As the Sea Lions now with it in the front court. Okoton gets it to Baxter. Baxter fed it in the post to Okoton. They're going to get Shaw Anderson with a foul here. And that's going to be his first. Sadu will come back for the Falcons along with Kahn. And Point Loma making a substitution as well. As it was Miles Franklin coming back into the game for the Sea Lions. And there's a bucket for Ben Okoton out of San Diego, California, where Point Loma is located. And the Sea Lions back within 8. Here's Anderson. Gets it to Kahn. Kahn back out to Cavill. Swings it right back to him. And this one's going the other way. They're going to get Shaw Anderson on that one. That'll be his second. And Kelton Samore going to come back in for Anderson. 4:33 to go first half. 8-point lead for SPU. And Miles Franklin across midcourt. Good screen, hard screen there on Sadu from Hugh Baxter, but Sadu right back on Franklin. And Baxter tried to get a piece of him again there. Sadu sticking with him. Now Kahn coming up to get McKenzie. Here is Baxter. A three on the way, and he beats the shot clock buzzer and knocks it down. And the Sea Lions are back within 5, 37-32. A 5-point run for Point Loma. Here's Cavill. Gets it to Sharif Khan. Khan with the long locks with the headband. And Sadu has that one get stuck in between the rim and the glass. And you will see that occasionally. We get to another media timeout here, 3:39 to go first half. And the Falcons with a 5-point lead over the Point Loma Sea Lions. We'll be right back. (37-32) SPU over Point Loma as we come back to action out of the timeout here with 3:39 to go in the first half. Bijan Sadu just got one stuck between the rim and the glass. And on the alternating possession, the Falcons are going to keep it. And they will inbound from underneath the basket with 3:39 remaining first half. Moffitt will trigger the inbounds pass, and he'll get it right to Samore. He reverses it up and in. And Samore wanted a foul on that one, didn't get it, but he gets the bucket and gets the Falcons back out to a 7-point lead, 39-32. This is Okoton in the front court, and McKenzie couldn't get that shot to go. Zach Paulson there for the rebound. Falcons the other way. Paulson will hand off to Moffitt. Sadu in the post to Samore. He'll get it back out to Paulson for a three, and that one is off the mark. Zach Paulson, 15 points in the first half, and was looking for another three there. But the Sea Lions will take it the other way. Miles Franklin from the top of the key, and he leaves it short. Rebound to Paulson. Devontae Moffitt will move it across midcourt. Goes to his left, steps through, and puts it in. And Devontae Moffitt showing off the athleticism there, and that is 8 points in the game for him as he's heating up here. 41-32. This is a three on the way from McKenzie. No good. And the Falcons the other way with a 9-point lead. Sea Lions had it within 5. Here's Moffitt again getting to the bucket and unable to get that one to go, but he's going to be at the free throw line. That is going to go on Isaac Tyson, freshman from Sammamish. And let's see, they're not going to call that a shooting foul as Moffitt was driving but was not shooting. So say the officials. Moffitt drives again. And with the left hand, gets it off the glass and gets the Falcons an 11-point lead. Devontae Moffitt, 10 points. Zach Paulson with 15 here in the first half for the Falcons. And the Falcons starting to cook a little bit here. They lead by 11. This one is going to be a foul on Bijan Sidhu. And he was trying to make a defensive play there and come away with the ball. But gets whistled for the foul. That's his second. Harry Cavill will come get him. As Sidhu out of Issaquah, Washington. Very close to Sammamish. So we got a few players on the floor from that area. And, of course, Sharif Khan out of Bellevue. Devontae Moffitt walking it across midcourt. This is Paulson kicking it out. Harry Cavill, a three on the way, and it's good. Cavill knocks in the three, had plenty of time to set his feet, and it's a 14-point game. Falcons methodically have expanded the lead. This one, though, by Miles Franklin is good. The other way, here's Paulson, a quick two, and the Falcons right back out to a 14-point lead, 48-34. Falcons caught the Sea Lions a little slow getting back. There's a nice pass to Isaac Tyson going to the basket. And the Sea Lions back within 12. Devontae Moffitt will walk it across midcourt. And the Falcons want a timeout. Moffitt will call it in the front court. And they'll talk things over with their head coach, Grant Leap. As we'll keep it here. Should just be a 30-second timeout. 36.2 on the clock here in the first half. And the Sea Lions led for about the first 10 minutes or so for the most part. Falcons really have played well in the second part of the first half. As Zach Paulson, they were getting a good contribution from him, and they got Devontae Moffitt going now to the tune of 10 points. As they'll come back out, the Falcons with Kahn, Paulson, Cavill, Moffitt, and some more. And the Sea Lions with Tyson, Franklin, Okoton, Baxter, and Brock McKenzie. As Moffitt's going to kill some clock, there's still a pretty big differential as there's a foul on Isaac Tyson. Moffitt being helped up by a couple of his teammates. As second foul called on Tyson. 22.6 left on the clock. And the Falcons in the bonus. Moffitt will head to the free throw line. 12-point lead for the Falcons as Moffitt will try to expand on that. As Garacki will check back in. Brian Garacki for the Sea Lions. Freshman from Monroe, Oregon. And Falcons wiping up a little bit of sweat there along the three-point arc. Now we're ready for Moffitt to shoot free throws, and this will be a 1-and-1. Zion Blackman coming back in. And Moffitt will get one and possibly a second. Gets the first. And so he will head back to the line for another. 13-point lead for the Falcons, and Moffitt trying to make it 14 again. That's the largest lead for the Falcons, and they do get back out to a 14-point lead. Devontae Moffitt now 12 points in the game. Zach Paulson leading the way for the Falcons with 17 as the Sea Lions will play for the last shot. They get it into the front court. McKenzie to Miles Franklin with 7 on the clock. Franklin drifting back with 3, now driving, and puts up the floater and gets it to go. And that gets the Sea Lions back within 12. Good-looking runner there by Miles Franklin, who finishes the first half with 14 points. He had a good first half for Point Loma. But the Falcons head into the locker room with a 12-point lead at halftime, 50-38. We'll take a break here on the SPU webcast and come back in a couple of minutes to get you some first half stats and get you ready for the second half of action coming up in about 15 minutes. Back to Iron Coaching Court at Arroyo Burro Pavilion. Greg Sexton with you on the SPU webcast. 50-38, your halftime score. SPU with a 12-point lead, and they led by as many as 14 in that first half. As Point Loma led by as many as 6. That was early on in the ball game, and the Falcons really turned it on after a few minutes had a run off the clock. As take a look at some stats, and we'll take another break, and we'll take a look around the GNAC before we resume the second half. The Falcons shoot 58% actually in the first half, 50 on the board, and they go 43% from beyond the arc, 6 of 14, 100% at the free throw line, and Point Loma, 50% from beyond the arc, and also 50% from the floor, 43% beyond the arc. Both teams 6 of 14 out there. But Point Loma scoreless at the free throw line, 0 of 1. And, of course, mentioned just a moment ago, the Falcons 6 of 6 from out there. As Zach Paulson leads the way for the Falcons with 17, Devontae Moffitt chipping in 12. And those two have been their leading scorers in the first part of the season here. As Moffitt, again, the preseason GNAC Player of the Year. Paulson has really played well for the Falcons so far to this point. And Zach Paulson, 17 points, 7 rebounds. Moffitt, 12 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. And 7 points from Sharif Khan, a couple of threes, and he had a 4-point play in there. Went to the free throw line. 4-point Loma, 14 points from Miles Franklin, and he had a walk-off floater runner to give him 14 points. He's got a couple of assists. He's got a couple of turnovers as well. And Hugh Baxter with 11 for Point Loma. Nobody else on the Sea Lions with more than 4. Brian Garacki with 4 for the Sea Lions. But they're missing Caden Anderson, preseason Pac West Player of the Year out of Enumclaw, Washington, not too far from here. And they'll hopefully get him back later on, but not active tonight and hasn't been active yet this year. As the Falcons with a 50-38 lead at halftime. Falcons turned it over 6 times in the first half. Point Loma just 3 turnovers, so pretty solid in that department. SPU with 24 points in the paint to Point Loma's 16, and SPU 12 second chance points to just 2 for Point Loma, as they lead in fast break. The Falcons lead in fast break points, in fast breaks rather, 6-0, and Point Loma actually with 9 bench points to SPU's 7, but SPU spread it around a little more, as they have 50 on the board. Point Loma just 38. The rebounding battle going the way of the Falcons, 18-12 in the first half, and both teams 8 assists to begin, or to get us to the halftime break. Each team with 8 assists in the first half. Let's go ahead and take another break here on the SPU webcast, and we'll take a look at the GNAC. We're not going to have scores from every game available, but we'll take a look at who's in action today. The whole conference is in action either earlier today or playing right now. But we will get you some updates from the GNAC in just a moment. We'll take a break for a couple minutes and be back. We are at halftime here at Arroyo Burwin Pavilion, 50-38 SPU over Point Loma. Back inside Royal Brown Pavilion, Greg Sexton with you on the SPU webcast as the Falcons lead the Sea Lions 50-38 at halftime. And looking around the GNAC, Alaska Fairbanks defeated Hawaii Hilo. That's another matchup between the Pac West and the GNAC. Central Washington, the Fairbanks score over Hawaii Hilo 76-67. Central Washington over Fort Lewis 89-87, a 2-point margin there. And South Dakota School of Mines 60, Montana State Billings 51. Another final, Colorado Mesa over Simon Fraser 80-56. As some other games going on, Quincy was at Alaska Anchorage, and that one may be a final by now, but don't have a score on that one yet. Western Oregon is at Westminster, Utah. And Texas Permian Basin is up in Bellingham taking on the Western Washington Vikings. That is a 7 o'clock tip, so they should be about at halftime there as well. Of course, we have Point Loma and Seattle Pacific going here. And St. Martin's is down in California at Cal State Monterey Bay. That one a 7:30 p.m. tip, so they should just be getting going with that one. And nobody undefeated in the GNAC in non-conference play. Central Washington 3-1. Everybody else has at least 2 losses, including these SPU Falcons, who are 3-3. And so nobody really dominant so far in non-conference play. Not a lot of non-conference games for the GNAC or for the Pac West for that matter. Probably really Division II, as these teams will get their conference schedules underway on Thursday next week, as Central Washington will be here to take on these Falcons on Thursday night, and Point Loma getting their conference schedule kicked off as well in the Pac West. They're going to be in Hawaii. We're going to take a quick break here as the Falcons back out onto the floor, and the Sea Lions should be following shortly. But a couple minutes left on the clock before we get the second half started, so we'll take another quick break here from Seattle Pacific University, and we'll be right back. Back to Iron Coaching Court inside Royal Brown Pavilion. Greg Sexton with you on the SPU webcast. And the Falcons out to a 50-38 lead. Point Loma had the lead for the first few minutes of this one. And then the Falcons really kind of kicked it into gear and went on a run. Their best scoring run was 11 as they led by as many as 14. They lead by 12 at halftime, 50-38, as Miles Franklin was able to get on the board again for the Point Loma Sea Lions. He's got 14 to lead the way for them. Zach Paulson, 17 to lead the way for SPU. As we get ready to get back to second half action momentarily here. As the Sea Lions back onto the floor with their original starting lineup of Luke Hopt, Hugh Baxter, Miles Franklin, Brock McKenzie, and Ben Okoton. And the Falcons, also their same original starting five: Moffitt, Paulson, Anderson, Samore, and Cavill. And Sea Lions will bring it in and put it in play as we begin the second half. Sea Lions down 12, trying to chip into that lead from the Falcons. Trying to avoid going 0-2 this weekend in the state of Washington. There's a three on the way from Baxter. No good, but the rebound comes down to Brock McKenzie. And so the Sea Lions will keep it. McKenzie dribbling out on top. And they get it over the top to Baxter. He gets it to Okoton. And now the shot clock running down. And McKenzie, a three on the way. Couldn't get it to go. Falcons with the rebound. So Sea Lions with a long possession there. They got an offensive rebound, but could not get on the board, as this is Harry Cavill. That one eluded Paulson, but Moffitt was right there. 10 on the shot clock for the Falcons, as the second half getting off to a little bit of a slow start. Cavill tried to get it around the baseline there, but Okoton was there to pick it off. And so the Sea Lions coming the other way. No points on the board here in the first almost minute and a half of the second half. Franklin cutting to the bucket there. And I believe this is going to go against Miles Franklin as he pushed off. And that's his second foul. He did push off a little bit there, heading toward the bucket, and the officials saw it. 18:31 to go here in the second half. And no points on the board yet here in half number two. Devontae Moffitt into the front court. Kelton Samore out of Portland. Here's Shaw Anderson from Kelso, Washington. This is Paulson driving and using the glass for the lay-in. Or the runner, rather, from a few feet out. 14-point lead again for SPU. This is McKenzie getting it now to Trey Anderson. And the shot on the way from Okoton. He thought he was fouled, and they didn't call the foul. It'll stay here with the Sea Lions with 17:51 to go in the second half. And this half getting off to a little bit of a slower start than the first half did. If they have a lower scoring second half, that's advantage Falcons as they have the lead. There is a shot left short by Luke Hopt. And here is Devontae Moffitt the other way for the Falcons. Paulson gets it to Harry Cavill. He'll spin and go up over a double team. Couldn't get the shot to go. And Baxter stepped out of bounds. Falcons will keep it. Baxter is trying to save it in bounds, but he stepped out. And the official right there on it. And I believe we just got a technical foul called that's going to be on Matt Logie, the Point Loma coach. He's not liking what he's seeing here so far in the second half. And maybe a little frustration from the first half as well. As this will be Zach Paulson at the free throw line for 2. With nobody lined up on the key. And Paulson rattles that one home. So he gets both. And the Falcons with a 16-point lead, 54-38. Falcons going to try to keep their foot on the throttle here and not let the Sea Lions make a run, as Anderson misses on the shot there right off the inbounds pass. And the Sea Lions come the other way, trailing by 16. Still a lot of action left here, most of the second half remaining. This is going to be a 3 on the way, left short by Luke Hopt out of San Diego. Kelton some more. In trouble. Able to throw it out to Paulson. He gets it to Cavill. Cavill out to Moffitt on the left wing. He's going to step back and take a 3. And it's good. Devontae Moffitt puts in the 3, and he has 15 points. And the Falcons have a 19-point lead. 7-0 here in the second half for the Falcons. Point Loma yet to register a point. And this one went from a 12-point lead for the Falcons at half to now a 19-point lead, their largest, as Cavill knocked that one away momentarily, but Luke Hopt gets it back and drives and scores and gets the foul call as well. I believe they got Cavill on that one, and they did. That's his second. So it'll send Luke Hopt to the free throw line to try to complete a 3-point play. But Point Loma going to need to get a big run going here to get back into this. Sharif Khan will come off the bench, as both Harry Cavill and Devontae Moffitt heading toward the bench. Moffitt's going to stay in. Cavill's going to come out. As Luke Hopt, freshman from San Diego, completes the 3-point play for Point Loma. And that's their first 3 points of the second half. 57-41, Falcons by 16. This one knocked away, and Baxter was the last to touch it. They actually called him for a foul there. That's his first. As I thought they were just saying it was off of him out of bounds, but they get him for the foul. And the Falcons will bring it in. Wide open 3 from the right corner by Shaw Anderson is no good. He had plenty of time, but unable to knock it down. 16 to go, second half. And the Falcons with a 16-point lead. Hopt driving to his right. And they're going to whistle a foul on Kelton some more. Didn't look like there was a whole lot of contact there, but they do call him for the foul. 15:48 to go, second half. We get to immediate timeout. Falcons with a 16-point lead, 57-41. We'll be right back in just a moment. 57-41, SPU over Point Loma as we come back from the timeout. 15:48 to go in the ball game. And the Falcons opened up a double-digit lead late in the first half and then made it 19 a moment ago. Point Loma with the last 3 points on a three-point play from Luke Hopt. And it'll be the Sea Lions to inbound from underneath the basket. We get a whistle and we get a foul called before the ball was inbounded. That's going to go on Bijan Sidhu. That's his third. This is going to be Miles Franklin taking the inbounds pass now. And Brian Garacki with it. Baxter gets it over to Trey Anderson. Anderson will hand off to Hopt. Hopt drives and couldn't get that one to go. They're going to call a shot clock violation there. I thought that one got the rim, but may have been just a bit late. And the Falcons will bring it the other way. Sidhu gets it to Harry Cavill. Some more back to Sidhu. Cavill. Pump fakes. Pulls it down. Drives baseline, and it's knocked out of bounds by Trey Anderson, who tried to save it and couldn't do it. 6 on the shot clock, though, for the Falcons. So they'll need to get it. They'll need to get it in and trigger something quickly. Sidhu from the corner all the way back out to Harry Cavill. Cavill sees the shot clock, pulls up, and banks it in. And the Falcons with a 19-point lead again. Cavill a little strong on that one, but the glass was his friend on that. As the Falcons again with a 19-point lead. Here is a three on the way from Garacki. No good. Kahn pulls away the rebound with the left hand. And goes behind the back in the front court. Over the top to Samore. And Samore's going to draw the foul. They did not let him get up a shot, but he was certainly attempting to go up for a shot. That foul is going to be called on Luke Hopt, and that'll be his third. So Kelton Samore will head to the free throw line. He's got 6 points in the ball game. 14:26 on the clock here in the second half. And the Falcons with a pretty comfortable lead at this point. Still a lot of game left. But Kelton Samore gives the Falcons a 20-point lead. 61-41. We had some gym audio and maybe a bigger student section. Might hear the up by 20 chant. But still a lot of action left to go here. But Point Loma is going to need to make a big run to get back in this one. As Samore will check out. But he's got 8 for the Falcons. Ball out of bounds, and Point Loma will keep it with 14:16 on the clock. Brock McKenzie will come back in for Trey Anderson. 3 Andersons on the floor, none of them related. Not on the floor right now, but in the game. As this one is McKenzie going to the bucket. And the Eastside Catholic product puts that one in. 62-43. McKenzie with 4 points in the game now. And Cavill fumbled that one a bit. Gets it back. Tries to drive and had it ripped away. It's going to go the other way as they're going to say Cavill lost it out of bounds. Devontae Moffitt back into the game for Bijan Sidhu. for the Falcons. And it's a 19-point margin. Kelton Samore made it 21 a minute ago with a couple of free throws. This is Luke Hopt driving, and they're going to call Harry Cavill for a foul there. He was trying to rip the ball away. I thought maybe they were going to call a travel, but they call Cavill for the foul. And now it's going to go the other way as Luke Hopt runs into Cavill. And Luke Hopt with his, no, let's see, they're going to get Miles Franklin on the foul there. That is his third. Thought they were going to get Luke Hopt with his fourth. But they get Franklin instead, and that is his third. 4 team fouls per team with 13:30 to go here in the second half. Shaw Anderson, the entry pass, back out to Zach Paulson. Anderson gets it to Moffitt. Sharif Khan will drive. Gets it to Kelton Samore for the baseline jumper, and that's off the mark. Here come the Sea Lions the other way. Garacki all the way to the bucket. Couldn't get it to go. Baxter there for the offensive rebound. Couldn't get that one to go. Paulson rips it away. Paulson heading the other way, and he had it knocked away. It's going to stay with the Falcons. As Luke Hopt thought that he had pulled it away and had it bounce off the Falcons, but the Falcons keep it with 12:56 on the clock. And Devontae Moffitt will get it in to Zach Paulson. Shaw Anderson drives, spins, puts up the baseline jumper from about 10 feet out. And the Falcons back out to a 21-point lead, 64-43. Shaw Anderson with 7 in the game now for SPU. And let's see, they're going to call a blocking foul on Devontae Moffitt. That one could have gone the other way. Sion Blackman will come in now for Zach Paulson. So Moffitt, they say, commits the foul. That's just his first. And that definitely could have gone the other way. But he said that Moffitt was moving. That one, a dunk attempt by Luke Hopt, and it rims out. As this is Moffitt now. And Moffitt, Luke Hopt trying to rip it away. And Hopt is frustrated. They're going to take him out here. And it's going to be Kobe Barnes coming in, freshman from Fresno, California. Moffitt will take it out from underneath the basket. And he'll get it out to Shaw Anderson. Khan. Anderson fumbled that one a bit, but regains it. Moffitt steps back, puts up the 3, and splashes it. And the Falcons have a 24-point lead. Devontae Moffitt has 18 points in the ballgame. 67-43. As this is Brock McKenzie with a 3 from the corner. And he knocks that one down to get it back to 21. But it's still a huge lead here for SPU with under 12 to go. Moffitt with 18. And Paulson is on the bench. But that one left short. And here come the Sea Lions the other way. Brian Garacki will step back and take a 3 over some more, and he knocks it in. Back-to-back threes for the Sea Lions, and they're back within 18. As Paulson has 21 for the game, Moffitt with 18. This is going to get us to our next timeout, under 12 here in the second half. 67-49 SPU with the lead We'll be right back in just a moment. Back to Iron Coaching Court inside Royal Brown Pavilion. Greg Sexton with you on the SPU webcast as the Falcons took what was a tight game midway through the first half and opened up a double-digit lead. They have now led by as many as 24, but Point Loma with back-to-back threes to get it back to an 18-point margin, 67-49, as Devontae Moffitt with a three a moment ago for the Falcons to get to 18 points. But back-to-back threes by McKenzie and Garacki for Point Loma. They have it back to an 18-point margin. Moffitt gets it into Cavill, and now Moffitt will get it back. Cavill to Kelton Samore. Sharif Khan drives and puts it up off the glass. No good. Rebound to Garacki. Garacki had that one tipped, and this one is going to be tipped out of bounds now. As SPU applauding the defensive effort. And let's see, we're going to get another timeout called here by Point Loma with 10:48 to go in the second half. And this one, I believe, is going to also be a full timeout. We'll keep it here as we had our media timeout under 12. But both teams now to their benches. And it's an 18-point margin still for the Falcons. They led by as many as 24 a few moments ago. Point Loma with back-to-back threes. As take a look at some of the team stats for the game. SPU shooting 55% for the game. Point Loma 45%. And SPU 9 of 18 beyond the arc. 8 of 21, 38% for the Sea Lions. And a big disparity at the free throw stripe. SPU 10 for 10. And Point Loma just 1 for 2. 25-20 SPU leads the rebounding battle as well. So we're back to action here with 10:48 to go. And Point Loma will keep the ball. As Garacki will get it in. And Baxter, a quick three from the top of the key. He puts it in. And Point Loma on a 9-0 run. Back to within 15. And the Falcons don't want to let them get a lot closer than that. Here is Sion Blackman, and he will pull up and put it in from about 8 feet out on the baseline. So the Falcons end the run. It is now 69-52. Baxter gets it to Barnes, and he's going to draw the foul. Foul is called on Shaw Anderson. That's his third. Brian Garacki will inbound for the Sea Lions. Kobe Barnes will kick it back out. Miles Franklin gets it to McKenzie, and Brock McKenzie going to get all the way to the bucket and lay it in. And the Sea Lions back within 15 with now just under 10 to go. Falcons trying to keep that lead at double digits. Not let this one get close. Kahn will hit Blackman in the corner, and he rims that one in. Rattled it around a little bit, but Sion Blackman with a 3. So he's got 5 points here in the last few minutes. This one from the corner is up and in. And Point Loma knocking down some threes here to stay within striking distance. Possibly. It is still a 15-point margin. Here's Sharif Khan, a 3, and that one is wildly off the mark. But we're going to get a foul on the rebound. And it'll stay here. This one is going to be called on Brock McKenzie. McKenzie's first foul of the game for Point Loma. With 9:08 to go here in the second half. Bijan Sidhu back out there for the Falcons, and he will inbound it to Zach Paulson. Paulson leading the Falcons in scoring with 21. And Devontae Moffitt not far behind. He is on the bench right now, but he's got 18. This is Samore, and Samore gets knocked to the floor. They're going to call him for traveling, though. And they said that he traveled before the contact. He did take what may have looked like, or what looked like possibly an elbow to the head. As the referee giving Hugh Baxter a hard time for making sure that there's no moisture on the floor there. Trying to get the game going again, as this is McKenzie stepping through and lays it up and in with the right hand. It's a 13-point margin here. Falcons led by as many as 24 not that long ago. And the Sea Lions back within 13 now. Here's Paulson. Gets it to Kahn. Sidhu in the corner. Drives. Kicks. Kahn. And Sharif Khan tries to go to Kelton Samore and couldn't get it there, but the Sea Lions commit a foul. Devontae Moffitt will come in for Bijan Sidhu. Did they call a foul, or did they just give it to the Falcons out of bounds? I believe that they just they did not call a foul. They just give the ball to the Falcons and said it was last touched by the Sea Lions. Here's Moffitt driving and left that one short. Some more. Couldn't get the follow to go either. And now with under 8 to go, the Sea Lions in the front court. Miles Franklin stepping into a 3, and he knocks it in, and it is a 10-point game. Point Loma right back in it. They still have some work to do, but it is just a 10-point margin here. Definitely surmountable now, as this is Sion Blackman. Gets it out to Paulson, goes behind the back, and now trips and falls, and let's see what they're going to call here. I believe they got a foul on Point Loma. It is a foul on Miles Franklin, his fourth, and the Falcons may have caught a break there. 7:21 to go in the second half, and the Falcons by 10, 72-62. We'll be right back in just a moment. Back to Iron Coaching Court inside Royal Broham Pavilion. Greg Sexton with you on the SPU webcast. As this one's tightened up a little bit here in the second half. It was a 24-point lead for the Falcons at one point, but it's down to 10 now with 7:21 to go. And the Sea Lions really have caught fire beyond the arc, having knocked down a few here in the second half. And let's take a quick look now. They are 11 of 24 beyond the arc, 46%. Falcons an even 50%, 10 of 20. And the Falcons still out shooting the Sea Lions 53% to 50%. Zach Paulson heading to the free throw line. As this will be a 1-and-1. Falcons in the bonus. And Paulson's first free throw is good, so he'll get another one. Paulson now with 22. And it's an 11-point lead for the Falcons. Paulson trying to make it 12. And he does get the free throw. 12-point lead, 23 points for Zach Paulson in the ball game. As Miles Franklin comes the other way. He's still out there with 4 fouls. Hugh Baxter with the hook shot from the key, and he puts that in. He's got 16. 74-64. 10-point margin again. Here is Paulson. Gets it to Moffitt. And now Shaw Anderson with it. Moffitt. Drives, kicks. Paulson to Khan in the corner. And Sharif Khan had that one rim out. And the Sea Lions with the basketball down by 10. 6:30 to go. Brock McKenzie scanning. And this one's going to get knocked away, but right to McKenzie as Cavill came away with it. And again, the Falcons get in the passing lane there. This time they come up with a steal. Moffitt to Shaw Anderson for a 3, and that one's off the back rim. No good. Rebound to Harry Cavill. They're going to say that he was fouled on the floor before he shot. So he will go to the free throw line here, but no basket. Foul is called on Kobe Barnes. His first. 8th team foul on Point Loma. As Luke hopped back out onto the floor now. They brought him to the bench for a little while just to kind of cool him off as he was showing some frustration. As Cavill misses the front end of the 1-and-1. And the Sea Lions the other way. Again, down just 10 with 6 minutes to go. McKenzie into Paulson, and McKenzie gets the bucket. And it is an 8-point margin. Sea Lions making a run here. They were down 24, and now just 8 as Moffitt into the lane and gets the floater to go. 10-point lead again for the Falcons. Devontae Moffitt with 20 in the ball game. And now they're going to get him for a foul. That'll be just his second. But that is the 7th team foul now on the Falcons. Both teams in the bonus. It'll be Miles Franklin shooting 1-and-1. And Franklin, a good ball game for the Sea Lions with 17 points. First free throw rattles in. And Franklin will head back to the free throw line for a second free throw. 9-point margin. Franklin trying to get the Sea Lions within 8 again, and he does. And Miles Franklin, 19 points for the Sea Lions to lead the way in that department for them. Moffitt Gets it to Shaw Anderson. Moffitt will get it back. Here is Zach Paulson now. And the Falcons not really into a rhythm on this possession. 5 on the shot clock. Moffitt will kick it out to Zach Paulson. A 3 on the way, and he couldn't get it to go. Cavill tapped it back up. Couldn't get that to go either, though. And it is just an 8-point margin as the Sea Lions come the other way. Just under 5 to play. And a step back 3 from McKenzie. He puts it in. It's a 5-point margin now as the Falcons will call timeout. Let's see. Yeah, the Falcons will take a timeout with Point Loma right back into this ball game, down 5, 76-71, and their crowd rising to their feet as this is going to be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. The Falcons had a 24-point lead, now down to just 5, with 4:42 remaining in this one. And looked like it was getting away from the Sea Lions, but they have made a run. And McKenzie with the last 3 there. 4:42 to go. As Franklin 3 for 4 beyond the arc. McKenzie now 2 of 5 out there. Baxter 4 of 6. And a few other players with a 3. But for the game, Franklin with 19, McKenzie and Baxter each with 16. And for the Falcons, 23 from Paulson, 20 from Moffitt. A lot of those, though, in the first half. Moffitt across midcourt as the crowd getting into it. Moffitt tried to get to the bucket, and he's going to draw the foul. And it's going to go on Brian Garacki. That's his first. Matt Logie trying to say that he went straight up. And Miles Franklin saying the same thing. And so is Luke Hopt. As it'll be free throws for Moffitt, though. That's the 9th team foul on Point Loma. So this is going to be 2 shots because Moffitt was in the act of shooting. Next foul on Point Loma will put the Falcons in the double bonus, so 2 free throws the rest of the way. Moffitt missed the front end there and gets the second free throw to go. So it's a 6-point game, just 2 possessions here, and plenty of time on the clock. Just under 4.5 to go. Here is Hugh Baxter, a 3 from the top of the key, and he knocks it in. And Point Loma can't be stopped from out there right now. It is a 3-point game. Falcons had a big lead, and they have given up most of it. They lead by just 3. Here's Harry Cavill driving to his left, and he's going to get called for an offensive foul. Luke Hopt took the charge. 3:55 to go. We get to the under 4 timeout, and Point Loma has all the momentum right now. They're down just 3. We'll be back in just a moment here on the SPU webcast. You're watching SPU men's basketball. 3:55 remaining in the ball game, and SPU's lead cut to 3, 77-74. As the Falcons will return to the floor with Paulson, Moffitt, Anderson, Samore, and Sharif Khan. And it'll be Point Loma's basketball. They will have a chance to tie if they can come up with another three here. Garacki being guarded by Khan. Hopped will get it back out to Baxter, and he thought better of it. This is McKenzie driving to the bucket and lays it up and in as I believe it was Paulson that tried to come over and block the shot but couldn't get to it. It's a 1-point game with under 3.5 to go. Here's Khan. Hands off to Moffitt. Devontae Moffitt steps back and couldn't get that one to go. It's tapped out into the corner, and we got a whistle. And a foul going to be called on the Sea Lions. That's going to go on Hugh Baxter. That is his second. He's got 19 for the ball game, as does his teammate Miles Franklin and Brock McKenzie with 18. But Kelton Samore to the free throw line with 3:13 to go. And the Falcons in the double bonus now, so any foul the rest of the way, they are shooting 2 shots. Samore now with 9 as he gets the first free throw to go. 2-point margin for the Falcons. And Kelton Samore trying to make it 3, and does. And Samore has 10 points for the ball game. Falcons lead by 3, 79-76. Here's McKenzie, Garacki, and now Hopped over on the left wing. Here's Baxter from the top of the key, and he could not get that one to go. Devontae Moffitt with the rebound. He'll move it across midcourt. Anderson will get it to Paulson. Over to Samore. Moffitt gets it down to Shaw. Anderson from the baseline knocks it in and has the Falcons now back up by 5. Shaw Anderson, a big shot there. 9 points for the ball game for him. Sophomore from Kelso, Washington. This is McKenzie stepping back over Anderson. Puts it in. McKenzie on fire, and Point Loma takes a timeout right away there after the made bucket. 2:18 to go, 81-78. McKenzie with 20 now to lead the way for the Sea Lions as they are right back within 3 at 81-78. This will be a 30-second timeout, and we'll keep it here. This one has gotten good down the stretch as the Sea Lions were down 24 early on in the second half, and they have forged their way back into this mainly on the strength of some threes. Hugh Baxter, 5 of 8 from beyond the arc, and McKenzie now with 20, Baxter and Franklin each with 19. For Seattle Pacific, Zach Paulson with 23, Devontae Moffitt with 21, and now Kelton Samore with 10. And Samore 4 of 4 at the free throw line, 3 of 8 from the field. 81-78. 2:18 to go. And the Falcons will inbound it. Anderson gets it into Moffitt, and he will take his time coming across midcourt. Anderson will hand off to Paulson. Moffitt to Anderson in the corner. Anderson drives, looking for somewhere to go, had it stripped away, got it back, and reverses it up and in. And the Falcons retake a 5-point lead. Shaw Anderson hanging with that one and was able to find some space and get it with the reverse lay-in. 5-point game. Here is Hopped driving and puts it up, and Moffitt with the rebound. Hopped couldn't get the shot to go. Got some contact, did not get the call. And Moffitt the other way, 1:30 to go. Close ball game here. It has not been close, but it is right now. As Devontae Moffitt with it, cutting between a couple of defenders, and that one is off the mark, and it ends up in the hands of Hugh Baxter. 1:10 to go. 83-78, two-possession ball game. Franklin gets it to McKenzie. McKenzie with 1 minute to go. Drives, had it knocked away, and they're going to get McKenzie for the charge as he knocked over Zach Paulson, and the Falcons will take it the other way. As Brock McKenzie called for the offensive foul, that's just his second, as he had dished it off, but then ran over Zach Paulson in the lane. So Paulson stepping up and taking the charge there. And the Falcons with a 5-point lead, under a minute. Paulson gets it to Cavill. Cavill cross court for Moffitt, 15 on the shot clock. And Moffitt almost had his pocket picked from behind. Shaw Anderson, a three from the baseline. No good from the corner, rather. And the Sea Lions the other way with it. This is McKenzie trying to go baseline, gets it out to Baxter. And now Franklin gets it to Hopt. Hopt puts up the runner, puts it in, does not get the foul called. But the Sea Lions call the timeout with 14.6 to go. As Luke Hopt puts in the runner. Wanted a foul called as well, did not get it. Falcons will have it with 14.6 on the clock and a 3-point lead, 83-80. As they're getting all they can handle here from the Point Loma Sea Lions after getting out to a what was comfortable at that time 24-point lead early in the second half. But Point Loma has been as close as one here. They have not tied the game. But this one tight, coming down to the wire. 83-80. Falcons over the Sea Lions at this point. Still 14.6 to go. And, of course, Point Loma going to foul as soon as they can when the Falcons get it in bounds. So the Falcons trying to win this one at the free throw line. They are in the double bonus. The Sea Lions are not yet, as the Falcons have committed 18 fouls. It'll be Shaw Anderson to trigger the inbounds pass here. I think he'd like to get it to Moffitt, but they have some good free throw shooters. This one, or actually SVU is going to get another timeout there before the inbounds pass came in. They got it to Paulson, but not before SVU had called another timeout. So still 14.6 on the clock. And another stoppage here. Grant Leap will talk things over with his squad. And Matt Logie with his squad. The Sea Lions qualified for the last 3 NCAA tournaments, and they were the runner-up in 2019. The last year before COVID kind of disrupted college sports and really all sports. But it'll be Falcons basketball, and they get it into Moffitt. He's going to be fouled. And we'll see. They may have just gotten Miles Franklin. That is going to be the 5th foul on Miles Franklin, so he's going to have to come out with 13.2 on the clock. Trey Anderson Actually, Anderson was already on the floor. It'll be Brian Garacki on the floor now, coming in for Miles Franklin. And Franklin had a good ball game tonight for the Sea Lions. Moffitt misses on the first free throw, but he'll get a second. Trying to make it a two-possession game. Sharif Khan up off the bench, and now Ben Okotin coming in as well. Miles Franklin finishes with 19 points, 4 assists, and a couple of rebounds. And the officials trying to get the Point Loma bench to have a seat as Moffitt knocks in the second free throw. That'll make it a 4-point margin with 13.2 left on the clock. Here is McKenzie into the front court, steps into a three, and knocks it in. McKenzie, a deep three, 8.3 on the clock, and it's a 1-point game. And the Sea Lions thinking that they had a steal there, but instead they call a foul. And Matt Logie will bring his team over quickly. 7.7 on the clock, and the foul called on Hugh Baxter as Okotin will come out. Trey Anderson back for Point Loma, and it'll be Shaw Anderson. No, they're going to bring Okotin back in now, as they're going to say they did not get the sub in, believe, and this one in and out for Shaw Anderson. Halfway down, and it pops out. 7.7 on the clock, and Anderson trying to make it a 2-point game at least, and does. So Shaw Anderson now with 12 for the ball game, and it's a 2-point margin. And here is Luke Hopt driving, and tried to, now it's tipped in, as we'll see. They're going to review this, I believe. It's an official timeout. They're going to see if the bucket counts. I believe it does. Nobody was up above the cylinder. It got tapped in, and I'm not sure whether it was Hop that got it or if somebody else came in and got the tap in. But there is 1.6 on the clock, and the score is tied at 85. So they're not actually taking a look on the monitor here. They're just having a conference to make sure that they're all on the same page on what just happened there. But the Sea Lions have tied it at 85. And believe they did give the basket to Hopt. I think he tapped in his own miss. It is 85-85 with 1.6 on the clock. And Point Loma back out onto the floor. Their fans rising to their feet to applaud the comeback and the effort overall tonight by the Sea Lions. And the Falcons now going to try to get up a shot with 1.6, but they're going to have to inbound from the backcourt. And they'll get it to Kahn in the corner, and that one is off the mark. Got the glass, but not the rim. And we are headed for overtime here from Royal Brougham Pavilion. Point Loma runs down the Falcons as they were down 24 early in the second half. And they force overtime, 85-85. Let's put 5 more minutes on the clock, and let's play some more. As we'll take a quick time out here on the SPU webcast, and we'll be back with you in just a moment. back to Iron Coaching Court at Royal Brougham Pavilion, 85-85 as we head to overtime. As Point Loma has only used 8 players in the game, and SPU has only used 9. And we are ready for another jump ball at center court. Cavill and Garacki, neither of them really the tallest player on their respective rosters, but that one tapped into the backcourt, and Luke Hopt will go get it. Point Loma, the first possession of overtime. Hopt drives and leaves it short, but Baxter is there to try to clean up the mess. Couldn't get it to go. Third attempt by Baxter is good. And the Sea Lions take the lead, 87-85. As Hopt missed, Baxter on his third attempt. As this one over to Cavill in the corner. And now to Moffitt. Paulson with it. Paulson drives and spins the other way. Finds Anderson from the corner. Anderson knocks down a big 3 from the left corner, and he's got 15 for the ball game. Big 3 there from Shaw Anderson as he silences the visiting crowd from Point Loma. As there's Luke Hopt and leaves that one off the back rim, and the rebound comes down to Devontae Moffitt as it was tapped over to him. And Moffitt will bring it across midcourt. Falcons by a point. Moffitt to Anderson, goes behind his back. Now looking for somewhere to go with it. Gets it to Moffitt. Now some more. Here's Zach Paulson. Over the top to Kelton Samore. In between 3 players was blocked. And the Sea Lions coming the other way. Here's a 3 on the way from Okoton in transition. Couldn't get it to go. Left it short off the front rim. And the Falcons the other way with possession and a 1-point lead. 3:02 to go in overtime. Shaw Anderson, a big 3 a moment ago, gets it to Zach Paulson. Now Moffitt with it. Paulson a 3 on the way, knocks it in. Zach Paulson a big 3. And the Falcons up by 4, 91-87. Zach Paulson, 26 points for the ball game. McKenzie gets it to Baxter. And now Garacki driving. Couldn't get it to go. And Hopt had it blocked. Hopt gets it back again. Couldn't get that to go. Some more. They're going to call a jump ball as some more came down with it. And Moffitt applauding the hustle there from Kelton Samore. It's going to be Falcons basketball on the alternating possession. 2:22 to go in the overtime. Falcons a 3 from Shaw Anderson and a 3 from Zach Paulson. And they lead by 4. Here's Devontae Moffitt across midcourt. Gets it to Anderson, who will hand off to Cavill. Moffitt with the basketball. Drives, kicks to Cavill. Cavill steps inside the arc, puts it up and in. Cavill from about 12 feet out, the lost art of the mid-range jumper. And really kind of a floater there from Cavill. A 6-point margin for the Falcons. Here's McKenzie stepping back, and that one is off the mark. Tapped out to the corner. Baxter saves it. Moffitt comes away with it. Here's Devontae Moffitt, 2-on-1. Gets it off to Paulson, and they blow it dead. They're going to call a foul. Let's see. I believe they got Moffitt. Looked like the official was holding up a 31. It should have been a 13. There is no 31 on the floor, but a backwards 13 there, as it'll go the other way. Sea Lions Down by 6 here in the overtime. 1:42 to go, though. And it'll be Luke Hopt to inbound to McKenzie. McKenzie drives and couldn't get it to go. This one's going to stay here with the Sea Lions. They'll inbound it from underneath the basket. And this one will come out to Hugh Baxter. And now McKenzie drives and lays it up and in. Full effort there by Brock McKenzie. And he gets the lay-in to go, 93-89. Falcons still with a 2-possession lead. Just over a minute to go in the overtime period. Moffitt will drive over toward the sideline, but he'll kick it back out on top to Anderson, and now Paulson with it. Here's Cavill with 5 on the shot clock. Raises for a 3 and couldn't get it to go. Does not draw iron on that one. Here's McKenzie. McKenzie lays it up and in again. McKenzie with the effort plays here in this overtime. And he's got 27 points to lead all scorers. 93-91, timeout SPU as they cross half court. Devontae Moffitt gets the timeout. And they lead by just 2 to the Falcons. 93-91. Point Loma has made a game of it in the second half. And now here in the overtime, coming back from down 6, they're now down just 2 with 43 seconds to go. As the teams talk things over, Brock McKenzie out of Sammamish, Washington with 27 points now. And he has been big down the stretch for the Sea Lions beyond the arc. And the last couple of plays, he has gotten to the bucket, gotten the high arcing shot off the glass. And now the Falcons talking things over as they will have possession. Still 43 seconds to go in this one. And it'll be the Falcons with Anderson inbounding to Devontae Moffitt. Back to Anderson. He'll hand off to Cavill. Here's Moffitt again. Paulson gets it into Kelton some more. Tried to kick it back out to Cavill, and he momentarily lost it. Gets it back. Here's Anderson pulling up, and that one is left short. Cavill tried to wrestle away the rebound, and we're going to get a foul called. And this one's going on Point Loma, and they do not like it. Luke Hopt showing the frustration again there as the foul is called on Hugh Baxter. That's his 4th. And it'll send Harry Cavill to the free throw line with 18.9 on the clock. And the Sea Lions really did not like that call. They thought that they had taken the ball away. But Cavill will head to the free throw line. That's a big call in this game. Particularly if Cavill can knock these free throws down and get it back to a 2-possession game. What a ball game tonight between the Falcons and the Sea Lions. We're in overtime, 18.9 to go. 93-91. And everybody trying to just make sure that they have the floor wiped up. Harry Cavill was wiping some sweat off of just his arms there, maybe his hands, as he's heading to the free throw line here with a couple of big free throws. And the first one is good. That'll make it a 3-point game. Cavill with just 9 in the ball game. And he's been a little bit quiet tonight for the Falcons. Chance, though, to get into double digits, and he does. 2 big free throws. Falcons up by 4, 95-91 with 18.9 to go. And Ben Okoton will inbound it to Luke Hopt. Hopt, a quick 3 from the right wing. Couldn't get the shot to go. Cavill comes up with the rebound and draws the foul. And the Falcons looking like they may come away with this one, as Harry Cavill will go back to the free throw line. Foul called on Ben Okoton. And this one's getting tougher on the Sea Lions. It's a 2-possession game already, and Cavill is not going to be able to get it beyond that, but he could make it a 6-point game. He gets the first free throw to go. And Harry Cavill stepping up big here in the overtime period at the free throw line. See if he can get one more. He's got 11 points for the ball game. And he puts up the second shot and knocks that one down too. 4 big free throws here in the final minute of overtime for Harry Cavill. Coming the other way. McKenzie had it ripped away. And Cavill is going to head to the bucket and lay it up and in. Moffitt will hang on the rim for good measure there, as that'll make it an 8-point game. Let's see if they're going to call a technical on Moffitt. The officials will – they're heading off the floor. They're going to call this ball game with 2.8 on the clock. And I don't know if they said that the clock operator should have ran out the clock. But it's a final now from SPU. A confusing ending to this one. Now they're showing zeros on the clock. But Cavill came up with the steal, or actually it was Paulson, got it to Cavill, as Matt Logie is applauding his or the Point Loma fans. A frustrating loss for Point Loma. The Falcons just able to hold on, and they end up winning by 8. So definitely, though, the final margin not indicative of how this one went, as the Falcons outlast the Point Loma Sea Lions in overtime by a count of 99-91. As we will take a look here at some of the final stats. As first of all, take a look at the team stats, as the Sea Lions end up shooting 50% from the floor, and the Falcons 49%. That was trending the other direction for most of the game. But beyond the arc, Point Loma goes 45%, 14 of 31. SPU goes 43%, 12 of 28. A lot of threes were made in this game by both sides. The big disparity, though, at the free throw line, where SPU goes 21 of 25, Point Loma goes just 3 of 4. So the Sea Lions may be going to be thinking about that on their way home, as SPU shoots 21 more free throws than the Sea Lions do. And SPU goes 84% at the free throw line. That really a big difference maker in this one. The rebounding battle ended up even at 34 apiece. And there actually were 5 ties and 7 lead changes in this one. SPU had the lead for 34 minutes and 6 seconds in the ball game. But They outlast the Sea Lions by a count of 99-91 in overtime. Turnovers. Really a pretty cleanly played ball game, as Point Loma only turns it over 11 times. SPU only turns it over 8 times. Let's get you some of the individual stats. Miles Franklin fouled out, but he finishes with 19. And Brock McKenzie, the Eastside Catholic product from Sammamish, with 27 points. Luke Hopt with 7 points, 9 rebounds. Nobody finished in double figures in rebounds for the Sea Lions, but Hopt had 9 rebounds. 21 points for Hugh Baxter. He had 7 rebounds and 3 assists, and he really had a big game for the Sea Lions. But the Falcons getting a monster game from Zach Paulson, 26 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 assists. He had a blocked shot as well and a steal. Devontae Moffitt, 22 points, 9 rebounds. Both of them coming up just a rebound shy of a double-double. Moffitt also chips in 6 assists and commits just two turnovers, gets 2 steals. As Shaw Anderson had some big buckets late, 15 points for him. And Harry Cavill, big at the free throw line late, had he went 4 of 5 at the free throw stripe. All 4 of those were in that final minute of overtime. And Kelton Samore with 10 points for the Falcons as well. They hold off the Point Loma Sea Lions, and we will be back here on Thursday night. Central Washington will be in the building, as that's going to be a doubleheader with the women's team. The men's team actually going to play first in that game, and it's going to be a 5:15 p.m. tip time. The women are scheduled for 7:30 p.m. And so we got wall-to-wall basketball Thursday and Saturday. Both there's going to be doubleheaders with the men playing first on Thursday. The women will play first on Saturday, but both teams opening their GNAC schedule at home. Central Washington Thursday and Northwest Nazarene on Saturday. We will talk to you on Thursday. 5:15 the tip time for the men's game, and the women's schedule to follow at 7:30. We will talk to you then. Have a good night. 99-91 the final here from Royal Broome Pavilion. SPU holds on in overtime.